Ash is known as the problem child among the students because his mate has yet to awaken, causing him to be frequently bullied by his other classmates. Ash hides a huge psycho on his right arm, marking him as a future dragon master. Ash has the ability to ride other people's friends during dragon fighting practice. Although Ash has no friends, Ash accidentally crashes his makeshift dragon into Princess Sylvia Lotterman's dragon. Sylvia scolds him, which angers Ash and makes Sylvia angry. As Ash sleeps, he dreams of the same woman again, telling him that this is the last night and that he will wake up the next day. The race begins and Ash does his best to stay ahead of the others, but eventually loses the race. While Ash is resting his dragon in the forest, he is ambushed by a man called Milgos and his apprentice Anya from the Zephyrus Empire. Anya falls off a cliff while pursuing him. When Ash tries to save her, she takes the opportunity to throw him off the cliff. As Ash falls, his right arm starts to glow and his friend wakes up. The girl wakes up and hits Ash for looking at her naked. She calls him a dragon, not a man. Ash decides to take her back to his room. He finds that the girl is behaving very differently than he expected. The next day, the class president comes to see Ash. He brings some clothes for Ash to wear and tells him that the academy has asked Dr. Conwell to investigate the dragon girl. Ash eats another pancake when she goes shopping with him, which causes him to act rather lewdly towards her and attracts Sylvia's attention. Sylvia then apologizes for what she said about her friend before leaving. Realizing that the girl has no name, he gives her the name Eco, which causes the mark on her right arm to glow. Their bond is complete. Eco is then kidnapped from the ladies' room. Sylvia tells Ash to use the astral link between them to find her. Ash does this and follows the butterflies that lead her to him. Ash and Sylvia arrive at a laboratory where Eco is being held captive by Dr. Angela Conwell, who has no intention of letting Eco go and is experimenting on her. He uses magic to knock everyone unconscious. But Ash doesn't give up and regains his astral flow, which he uses to defeat him and take Eco with him the next day. Ash is surprised to learn that Dr. Angela is now the class teacher. Class president Rebecca sexily asks Ash to become a member of the student council. She tells Ash that she can help the council when she encounters two people from the Zephyrus Empire. Anya tells Milgas that the academy is no threat, but Ash goes on the attack. At the academy with a terrifying dragon, Rebecca attacks but is defeated after the attack. Sylvia loses focus, so Ash has to slap her to bring her back to reality. He summons his dragon so Ash can ride it and save Eco from the tentacled hentai monster Nikon faints and wakes up in a dragon workshop. He meets a woman called Navy. She is the same woman who appeared in Ash's dreams. She tells Eco that they are fighting a dead dragon that has been resurrected. Navy tells Eco that he needs his ship to defeat the dead dragon. Eco creates an arc for Ash to build the ship using the designs he has and sends him through the astral link between them in his new suit. He tries to board the dead dragon, uses the divine sword to kill the dragon, and clears the darkness with Eco's release. Ash and Sylvia decide to join the council. Sylvia remembers the time when a boy carried Sylvia when her leg was injured during their orphan trek. This is the right of a mother dragon to give humans baby dragons as companions. Sylvia doesn't know that the boy is Ash. Rebecca introduces Sylvia and Ash as the newest members of the council after her speech. Ash notices fan posters about a Silver Knight Ash dragon. Luckily, the fans don't know the true identity of this Silver Knight. The Silver Knight fangirls stop her at a lecture and ask where he is. They also reveal their plan to bury his children. Much to Eco's horror, their club president, Jessica, is sent by Rebecca. Rebecca tells Ash that if she marries Ash, she will have a child. The night Rebecca tells everyone about the arrival of the first princess, Veronica, Sylvia's sister, but she is not happy to hear this because she thinks that Ash is her sister. The night Rebecca also tells everyone about the arrival of the first princess, Veronica, Sylvia's sister, but she's not happy to hear about it because she thinks her older sister is a tyrant. The training broke Sylvia, and she later became afraid of her older sister. Sylvia remembers that she had promised the boy that she would be an honorable knight. This gives her the courage to attend her sister's arrival. Veronica arrives at her real airship. Veronica senses that something is wrong with Sylvia and attacks her. But it turns out that the real Sylvia is hiding in the accident Sylvia caused while hiding. Sylvia berates her sister for being weak and humiliates her by stripping her. Ash intervenes and tells his apprentice Glenn, who sees him. Meanwhile, one of the spies hears about Veronica's arrival and goes to the academy. Ash, forced to wear a suit at Veronica's behest, is stuck with the main prim, who turns out to be extremely clumsy until the reason is explained. And later Veronica is forced to take a bath on the ship with Angela, Eco, and Sylvia. Sylvia does not want to get engaged as she has ambitions to become the head dragon. Ash protects her and tells her that she did not help kill the dead dragon Veronica. She decides to make Sylvia prove the worth of her dream by winning a match. The match begins, but Sylvia is knocked down by her dragon and wakes to find Ash beside her. Glenn comes to see her at Veronica's behest and tells her that he wants her to say a prayer of repentance for her sister's lack of talent. He informs Ash of a terrorist known as the Ace of Docker who has infiltrated the academy and tried to assassinate Veronica. So he is on guard in case he shows up while Sylvia is being attacked by a group of terrorists while she prays. Avdoka takes Sylvia and Jessica hostage and threatens to bomb everyone in the church. He demands Veronica's head and says he will execute one person every time the church bell rings. Veronica. Ash is shocked when Jessica says she is prepared to bomb everyone in the church if necessary. Sylvia's sacrifice to protect her noble identity buys her time. Anya is revealed to be one of the hostages. Veronica sends Ash to Avdoka to negotiate. Veronica, at Rebecca's suggestion, sends Ash to negotiate with Avdoka to buy them time while they attack from below. When Acton refuses to surrender, he explains that he is here to search for his sister. Ash tells Eco to prepare an arc for him to wear via Astral Link. Meanwhile, Navy tells Eco that his true form is not yet clear. Meanwhile, Anya reveals that the nurse is a baby and the baby's cry attracts the attention of Anya and of Doc, who decide to execute the baby. Sylvia intervenes and finds the courage to confront of Doc. Veronica's team also enter the castle from below and neutralize the terrorists. Ash transforms into his new arc and fights Opdos' dragon with his new weapon, which freezes the bomb, rendering it useless. Ash's identity is revealed to Jessica and he takes action but is fired by Eco. It is later revealed that Avdoka was Veronica's agent and did all this to fix Rebecca's selection of her sister Ash for the training camp. During the confirmation ceremony, she learns about Luca, the student council secretary, who has not been seen at the academy for 3 months. Meanwhile, Rebecca and Ash learn that there has been an emergency fire at the school. The girl who was burned for incense turns out to be Luca, who has also been selected for the training camp. Shizanek Baldian is a fairy of the forest and is also the youngest dragon roar in history. He reveals that he has been having problems with the astral flow between him and his friend Luca for too long. Anya has become a servant. Eco tells Ash about a nightmare she had to make him feel safe and sleeps next to him the next day. Rebecca tells Ash that he needs to ride a horse to bond with her and understand why Gawain won't let Luca ride him. Ash takes Luca with him to ask why Gawain won't let him ride him and roars at him, and Luca runs away. Desperate, Ash transforms into his bow form to ride the horse, but Gawain attacks him. Ash faints after the attack. Ash decides to put the matter aside for now. Ash convinces Luca to go to the training camp with them so that they can be rehabilitated later. Milgos comes to meet Anya and tells her about the training camp the next day. Everyone goes to the camp, and Anya arrives as one of the camp's night kitchen staff. Ash, when Gawain again refuses to talk, Ash decides to force him to talk. As Gawain pursues Ash, he jumps on top of him and tries to ride him, but Gawain throws him off, causing Ash to faint. Anya, watching from a distance, decides to intervene and save Ash's life. Ash wakes up in another realm, where he meets Navy, who tells him how Godwin Luca meets Gawain's spirit in the form of a child. It turns out that Luca fell off his back while riding him 3 months ago. Ever since he was afraid to ride him down, it would be fatal for him to ride in that state, so Gawain rejected him to save him. Angela stumbles into a secret room and reads the forbidden book. Milgos and Anya appear. Angela recognizes Milgos as Julius before she faints. Luca tells everyone that Gawain has disappeared. Rebecca tells her that the Willingham Mausoleum is where the young dragons are buried. Ash goes to help. Sylvia and Eco go to help find Galwin. Milgos attacks the team by resurrecting dead dragons. The team defeats the dragons, but they march towards the camp. Inside the camp, Rebecca and the students fight them as the group advances. They find Gawain, but Milgos is there too. Sylvia, when she hears his voice, she has flashbacks of her childhood. When she hears his voice, Sylvia has flashbacks of her brother Milgos resurrects a large dead dragon. While Iko is new, he visits the ghost workshop to make another arc for Ash. With his Archie, Sylvia fights the dead dragon while Ash uses the petrification spell on his dragons, but Milgos proves to be stronger. Ash's arc begins to wear out, so he petrifies his fake left arm and finally hits Milgos. Meanwhile, Sylvia defeats the dragon and the group tells Milgos to surrender, but he escapes. Luca thanks her and Gawain for helping him, and as Strolling cries his friend, refreshed, Gawain regains his confidence as Gawain begins to breathe again. Meanwhile, everyone in the camp returns to the camp with Luca's dragon and eliminates all the dead dragons. Milgos reports everything to a mysterious person academy. Sylvia's father invites her and her friends to the capital. Sylvia, Ash and Iko are invited to the permanent congress, held every 5 years between the leaders of the 5 nations. When they arrive at the capital, Sylvia meets her father and tells him that she has been invited to attend. Sylvia meets her father and tells him that he has invited them all for something important. Her father realizes that she has lied about Julius' execution. Meanwhile, Iko and Ash arrive in the capital, accompanied by a servant. They discover that Iko has noticed Ash looking at the couples and is jealous of them, so she lets Ash hold her hand. Later, Ash meets Sylvia's father, who gives Ash a dragon roar for his achievements. Meanwhile, Anya meets Milgos and Klaus, 2 of Zephyros nobles. They plan to use a machine to force Iko to transform into his true form. Anya is tasked with capturing Iko. Meanwhile, Sylvia tells Veronica that she thinks Milgos might be her brother. Veronica tells her not to tell anyone. Everyone is getting ready for the ball when Sylvia visits Ash and tells him that Milgos is Prince Julius. She comforts him, lightning flashes and Sylvia jumps on Ash in fright. Before they can kiss, there is a knock at the door and Anna Prim realizes that Iko may have feelings for Ash and reminds her ego that she is a dragon and Ash is a human. This causes Iko to run away in despair, then cry when she realizes they can't be together. Prim meets Sanya and her henchmen on her way to look for him. After Usha tells Kuzet to look for Iko, she goes to the ball where they see Klaus and Milgos. They can't do anything yet as Klaus has been invited to the ball. Sylvia asks Milgos to dance and after the ball her brother Milgos doesn't answer. The prince tells everyone that Iko has been kidnapped. They feel that Milgos is behind it and plan their move. Meanwhile, Klaus awakens Iko's true form, causing the machine to explode. Ash Veronica senses that something bad has happened to Iko. Iko's terrifying new form is revealed. Meanwhile, Veronica confronts Milgos, who reveals that he is Mordred, a dark spirit who has taken over Julius' body. He plans to use humans as animals and drain their astral energy. He has taken up residence in Julius' dragon, causing him to kill the dragon. Mordred has planned to take over Iko's body to begin his reign. Once Julius' body is released, he joins Veronica and the others to stop Mordred. After Mordred takes over Iko's body, he asks Navy to join him. So he can be reborn as the Dark King. But Navy, Ash and Julius board the ship to fight Mordred, but the ship is badly damaged and Ash and Julius are forced to abandon the ship. Ash jumps into Iko's body and boards him. Iko finds himself in a cage. Navy tells him everything that is happening. He tells us to prepare a ship for Ash so we can rescue him. As Ash falls, Luca comes to his aid as everyone else comes to his aid to buy him some time. Ash jumps into Iko's body, but before Mordred can harm him, he launches an attack. His new bow appears. He summons Navy to help him. Ash jumps into Iko's body, but as everyone else comes to his aid to buy him some time, Navy tells him everything that is happening. He tells us to prepare a ship for Ash so we can rescue him. Mordred's defeated. Ash hugs Iko while Advok finds his sister Anya in the dungeon. Ash recovers after the incident and Iko reveals his feelings for Ash while kissing